Good morning, Ultra Engineers. Today we've got a quick meeting before the release of 098, which is happening in about a week. We've just got a few things to go through, so let's get to it. Last week we saw development progress in our little first-person shooter example. This is a very nice little area that Reap Blue created. Just a lot of very cool little details in this control room, all placed in a manner that it really is a nice example of laying out a setting that looks lived in. And here you've got there's a button in here now we've placed that will open the door that you see through the window. I did a little bit of playtesting with some random people last week, and they were both able to figure it out. Interestingly, like when we came into this room, they both headed to this door first, and then they found it was locked, and then they found this little control room after that. So it all worked out. It all worked out the way that it should. So that's all good. I did some development. I pretty much got ballistics done. This is a shot of the initial testing where I was just shooting a ball around, and it would just travel slowly through the air and stop when it hit something. And then I actually updated it to leave decals where it left them, and it was able to handle a very large number of decals with no problem. I've got our monster following the player around now. He doesn't attack yet. He just follows you and stops once he gets within a certain distance. He's like a little mutant insectoid undead puppy dog. It's very cute. And then this is showing the nav mesh. One interesting thing, like some of the items here that can be kicked around, I saw them while I was debugging them. I saw that like affecting the nav mesh as it was rebuilding dynamically, which is a new feature in Ultra. And the monster would just run around the object, which was very cool to see. Let's see. So what's left to be done? Andy is doing a great job with the material painting. We basically had nothing for him to do for about 6 months, and then we dumped everything on him at the last minute just because of the way it took us a long time to figure out what we were making, and then I didn't get any models done until pretty late in the project. But he's doing a really fantastic job with that. I'd say he's about halfway through, and then once we get some of those models back, we'll be able to put some pipes and stuff on the walls, and some other props that we're waiting for. Let's see. So we also, I think in the future, there are changes I would make to this process. I would like to have UV unwrapping built into our software so that we can just do a UV unwrap of the model, export it as a GLTF for use with Substance, and then that way we could start placing the final untextured model and start using it in the level. And then when it gets finished in Substance, we don't re-import the model. We just update the textures and the material. That would make the workflow a lot better. I don't think any of his software is messing up the model per se, but it's just when the model is exported from the modeling application, an extra top level node is added. The vertices are scaled, and then scaling is applied to the child node and rotation. It's really weird. So it would be the process would be a lot cleaner if we just could do the UV unwrapping in the editor. It would also be really nice if we could if we had LOD generation in the editor, and I have a library that can do it. It's not perfect, but pretty good is good enough.
And nothing.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not nothing. It's just every time you export the model and bring it back, even though we're using GLTF, it's like either materials get lost or the program will add a bunch of extra nodes and screw up the hierarchy. It seems like so it really would make a I think it really would streamline our workflow if those changes were made in the future. I'm not going to change anything now because there's not enough time to do that. But it was good to learn. On my end, I think I pretty much know what needs to happen. We need to be able to shoot this guy and have him fall over. That's about it. He needs to attack. Okay, he's running around right now. He's just not attacking yet. I need to add some kind of pain indicator, like when you actually get hit. We need to add some sounds. The little area with the tracks that needs to be the sides of that need to be lowered so that it's within the step height, so that the player can just smoothly walk between those for two reasons. One is it's hard to get up. You can only get up if you're running. You can't if you just walk up to it and jump. And also, two, the mesh generation, the nav mesh needs to be able to generate. That needs to be one continuous area that the monster can walk around, because otherwise you can just jump up on the edges and he can't follow you.
Well, we can just delete the little lip on the little bottom, and that should be enough. But I was playing with the character controller, and I feel like the controls cancel each other out, and you're using two ways of pulling the input for the player.
Mm-hmm.
One part of it is through the process event function, and the other one is through the update function. And like I can't like jump and crouch at the same time. Like I can't jump crouch. I can't like it just feels something just feels very stiff about it, and it doesn't feel as fluid as I expect it to be. So
Really?
I think, yeah, like I can't because I was like because I noticed like the it was a little steep. I was like, well, I could just crouch jump this, and I couldn't. I was like, oh, what? And I just come like
Well, crouching doesn't make you jump any higher.
well, it's something from source. Like usually, like you, I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, we could add that, but like it's never occurred to me that that would be a thing. I think you do jump a little bit higher if you're running, because there's an extra lunge added to that. I think it increases the jump strength. Which
the crouch like raises your feet. It doesn't like make you jump higher.
Yeah.
Like your head doesn't go up, but your feet are higher, so you can jump on a higher ledge.
Yeah.
I guess that's what you mean.
Yeah.
I know this from Counter-Strike, but I think it was never intended that it worked like this, but they never find out how to fix it or something, to be honest.
Okay. Are there any... yeah, I've never actually noticed or heard of this mechanic before, but we can add it if we need to. But in any case, like the monster needs to be able to walk across that area, the tunnel smoothly.
Yeah, but I can just raise that. The train will be a little bit higher in the tunnel, but I think if we just get rid of that little like concrete lip thing that's like 4 or 8 centimeters tall. I'm gonna look real quick and see how big it is. Yeah, I think that's 24. If we can get like rid of that 24 units, I think that'll be enough.
Okay. I don't think we're gonna have any HUD in the initial release because there's just not time, and if we do something like hack together at the last minute, it's just gonna look bad. So I mean, the main value of this is it just can the player walk around and get chased by a monster and shoot the monster and have it die, and can they set up different scenarios where that happens? Yes. Okay. Cool. Like that's like 90% of what they care about, I think. Because we saw a lot of that kind of thing in Leadworks. A lot of people would just make levels using the same monster, using the same mechanics, and it was fun for them. And that's like the basic game loop right there. So I think that's the thing that's what I'm really trying to get out there, and then everything else is extra. Let's see. Anything else? We could use LODs on a lot of these, especially in here. We could use LODs on here if possible. I'd like to keep the total polygon count under 200,000 at all times in this scene. In the future, I'm going to add occluders. It's basically just going to be a big box that you can size to any shape, to any dimensions, and it will, on the CPU, it will be able to determine what's behind that box just based on it can figure it out from the edges. It's kind of almost like a constructive solid geometry thing. But I actually think that's going to be enough I think that's actually going to be all the occlusion culling we ever need. Because occlusion culling, it can be very rough. It just has to like make sure that when you're in one area that you can't see another area that's behind a solid wall. But we're not going to have that in this release. That'll be something we add in the next version.
So what's your plan for decals, bullet sprays? Are you going to just make them disappear after a while, or are you going to put them in like an STD queue and set a limit on it?
They just, right now, just have them so that they hang around for a few seconds and then they smoothly fade out.
Mm-hmm.
If we want to change that behavior in the future, we can.
Yeah, I prefer to like just put everything in a queue. This way, like, I don't know, it just like only delete the decals if you need to.
So you've got like a budget for how many that you keep around.
This way, if like, especially if like you shoot something, and then like you come back to the area, your bullet hole is still there.
Yeah, we can do that. I don't have any particle effects bouncing off the walls yet. I need to add that too.
I would like a steam like spray particle. We can use the refraction material from Legworks if we have to save time.
Wait, you mean like the muzzle flash?
No, like the steam, like from a pipe or something.
Oh.
Where it, like, refracts and all that.
From the bullets?
No, just
in general? Yeah, that would be cool. If we have time, we'll do it.
Oh, yeah, this is like the initial release. We can always
go
back to it.
I've had some problems like right around the door. Like when I hit the door, sometimes I fall through the floor, and I think I know the answer to that. So that's one of the things I'll address. Sorry, was that Andy?
Yeah. I'm here for like I'm forced to go in like 27 minutes.
All right.
Because Windows is restarting then, but I think the material properties would be good for something like decals, for bullet decals, so that you can find a decal.
Yeah. I think the way to do that is to just have we have a tags property. We can add tags to every material, so we'll just add like for like the glass, we'll just add a tag that says glass, and then we can get a different decal based on the material that's hit. That would be very good.
Or you could also put just a table plus or something into the material and name it properties, and then you can store some values in this.
Yeah, we can do that too. It's just the interface for that is a little bit more complicated. The user interface is more difficult to implement.
Also, my changes didn't save, so I have to redo them, but it's no big deal.
What's that? I
made some slight changes. So in the office room, there's that magazine with the 100 pumpkins.
Mm-hmm.
That's been changed. That the model's still in the project. It's just that I didn't think that was an appropriate place to put that magazine, so I made it like a top secret like pamphlet thing.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it does kind of break the mood because it places the environment. Now you know it's an English speaking country.
Well, yeah.
And like I think
still says top secret, but like I just don't know any language. Like
okay,
like, you know what I mean? So yeah, and also like the break room is more the modern stuff where you have the we have like the vending machine and you like I had like a nice safety sign. I was going to Sketchfab and I was just pulling them and breaking them, or breaking them as in like usually a lot of Sketchfab models are in like a cluster, like the radio and everything. That was all one cluster, and I actually
Yeah.
broke every model out, and so
Yeah, those look really nice.
yeah, that's why you probably budget so high. And I don't know how to make lots for them because they're not my models and they're really
Unwrap
complex.
3D does it.
Yeah.
Let's
I really
see.
think just the radio models need LEDs. I think everything else is fine.
Okay, the wires in the tunnel, those can be cut down by about half, and since those were repeating so many times, I think they're about 6,000 polys per section, and there's probably about 10 of them, so we can cut about 30,000 polys off at most, because at most times you're only going to be able to see one or two sections up close.
Yeah. Yeah, but so
I've got to get the legal stuff for this guy sorted out. I've got the contract written now, and the author has basically agreed to all the terms. I just have to formalize it. Also, you guys, I need to write something up for you, both of you. I need it, like I said, like it should basically say you're the owner of everything that you created. I have an unlimited license to use it with my products, and the end user has and can use it to, under as part of the product, but cannot redistribute or pass those rights on to their end users, and then I'm not claiming exclusive ownership of it. It's still, whatever you create is still yours, and you can do whatever you want with it.
I mean, it's kind of fine. This is the only reason we make this project, right?
Yeah, I know, but it's just like we have to have it in writing before everything gets released. Let's see. What else? That's all I can think of right now. How are you doing on the models, Andy? Andy, how are you doing on the material painting?
It's fine.
Okay.
I'm working on it.
Okay.
I think I sent you the first part like a few days ago.
Sorry, your microphone is cutting out.
Yeah. All right, I'm sorry, I'm back.
Okay.
But
So-
yeah, you just but to go back real quick, you just want something in writing that
No,
you're free to use.
my
whatever.
SSD
Hold on.
my SSD is stopped working for a time, and yeah. So the SSD is crashing all the time. And
Oh, jeez. That means it's done. That means it's done. What brand is it, by the way?
I think it's Western Digital or something, but it's really old.
Oh, yeah.
And I have a new. I just need to reinstall Windows then.
Yeah, I've had good luck with Samsung SSDs. Yeah, he's right. Like any data that you want to get off of that hard drive, get it off as soon as you can, because
I have all the data. I
Okay.
just need to. I also have the installation down. I just don't want to go immediately. So, but I think it's time now, and yeah.
okay. Yeah,
Because it's not working that properly anymore. So yeah.
Yeah.
I finished the installation.
I've had good luck with Samsung SSDs, and I've also had a few Toshiba external hard drive, like not SSDs but HDDs for backups, and those have been quite reliable for me. Yeah, there's nothing worse than a failing hard drive. So, do you guys have any questions, or do you need is there anything else that you need help with, or?
I kind of ran out. I had to run out to give my dad my tire calibrator, So pretty much what you were talking about was that you just need something in writing saying, yeah, you can use whatever, and everyone else can use it.
Yeah,
So
yeah, and also,
yeah,
to state that you also like you can do whatever else you want with it because you're the owner.
yeah. I mean, most of my stuff. Well, again, I mostly just ripped off of it, like when I Sketchpad and just ripped other people's models. But yeah,
Well, if you want to sell
uh,
those crates on Turbo Squid or something, you're free to.
yeah. All right. Um, yeah. So I'm just gonna redo my edits because I didn't do them. I'm going to delete. I mean, we have an issue with double-sided materials right now.
Yeah.
I think with the with the shelf and the folded floor sign, I think we're okay because you have to like really look for it. The opened floor sign is the only thing we can't use
Well,
right now.
those are easy to do. You just take the model and then in the modeling program and then make a copy of it, flip the faces, and then merge them together
Well,
and export it.
it's a lot of polys. I try to just like,
Can't you just do all of them at once?
yeah, but it just looks awful. Like,
Like
I tried.
that would take me like a few seconds to do with 3ds Max.
Well, I think like how you're doing it, how I'm doing it, are like two different
Hmm.
ways of doing it. So
I mean, can't you like flip all the faces at once in Blender?
yeah, you just flip the normals. Oh, what you're saying is, you just duplicate the model and just flip the faces.
Yeah, and then just merge it back all together.
Let me see something.
It sounds like I'll probably have to do the LODs because I don't think anybody else has the like. You can't do that in Blender, can you?
Uh, I don't know how. I'm not gonna say no
I don't
because
think Blender supports it.
I'm not gonna say no because there's probably some way, some plugin, some way to do it. I just don't know how to
Okay,
do
but it's not. Okay,
it.
because that's very easy to do in Unwrap 3D.
Right. Normals. But
So that's coming out December 9th, and then I think for the month of December, I think I'm just it's gonna be a little bit different. I don't think I'm gonna start work on any big, major new features. I think I'm actually just gonna make like small fixes here and there, and improvements to the first-person shooter template because any new feature that I start is going to be like several weeks of work before we actually see a result from that. And I think during December, I think things are going to be very active. I'd rather just have I'd rather have the stable branch and the beta branch like pretty much in sync with each other, and just have like a lot of small updates coming out rapidly, rather than go back into R&D for a major new feature.
I think we should have the next update be things like in our scene, like that we could improve, or make better, or
Yeah, definitely that'll include it. The next after 098, like the next update is the last update before 1.0. So it's pretty much 1.0, just not called 1.0 yet.
right. But for 1.0, are you still doing the culling
The occlusion
revamp?
culling?
Yep.
Yeah, I think I can do that. It'll just it's just something that takes a lot of testing, so I don't want to just throw it in
Well,
quickly.
we'll have a scene to test it, so
Yeah, for sure. Um, yeah, and that'll actually that'll make that'll give us a lot more flexibility with the interior environments, which may be
right.
useful in the future.
Right. Yeah. Well,
Anything else?
maybe no, maybe you need me to do this week because I kind of um besides like raising the train tracks and maybe just duplicating that floor sign model. And
You don't have Unwrap 3D, do you?
now I'm thinking about getting it at this point because it sounds like a very useful tool. It's just I just don't wouldn't know how to use it.
And their prices and customer service can't be beat.
Oh really?
I know. Not only am I a member. No, no, it's a good program. I recommend it for a lot of people.
If I get it, I just won't know how to use it for like many months. That's all.
Yeah, I don't know how to use it. I just use it. I just do it.
Yeah,
But it is the best program for it. I know it's for UV mapping, but it is the best import export 3D program that has ever been written.
yeah.
Last week we had somebody who was trying to get some torque models into LEDWorks, and he was able to do that using Unwrap 3D. So unwrap3d.com, that's the place to get it. It's a good program. And if you put in the discount code Josh, you'll get, no, just kidding. There's no discount code, but it's a low price, so. Do you want to show your changes to the scene?
Yeah. We can go through the scene real quick.
Okay.
I have to. Again, it didn't save. I thought it saved, but then I could do it live. So. Just again, disclaimer: I'm on an ultrawide monitor, so I'm sorry if you can't see anything, but that's okay. That's 720p. So here we are. I'm gonna go back here. So this is the hallway. We still gotta think about this hallway a little bit. Player starts here. I'm just gonna make everything white so we can actually see what we're doing. We got this hallway here, or here, and this is the area. This is the floor sign I got fixed. This is the room. As you can see, it's very cluttered and kind of tells a story, but when you actually turn the lights off, you can't really see much.
Oh, it looks so good though.
Yeah. This is the pumpkin thing I want to fix. Yeah, this is from Cyclone. I just used it because it's like, oh, I need like papers.
Where did that magazine come from?
Oh, I made it. It's in Cyclone.
Oh, cool.
And I just retextured it to make this top secret thing.
Oh yeah, attributions. We're gonna need attribution on all of these models.
Lucky for you, I actually kept record of everything I downloaded from.
Yay.
Yeah,
because I don't want to. Because a DMCA, if somebody files a DMCA they can take Ultra Engine down from Steam.
So we're just gonna do this. Oh, at least models I ported. I don't know about you. I don't know about you, but I can show you that real quick. I put it in legal, put it in art, and this is everything I downloaded.
Oh, you're way more.
Yeah. I did this. The ones commented are things that I wanted to put in, but I didn't because the models were either like too bad or like they're weird. I wanted like this yellow clean bucket, but the UVs on it, the material and UVs on it were like god awful. So I cut my losses on that. These are anything that's commented out, or yeah, I didn't port yet.
Awesome, thank you. I kept the GLBs and they all have the license info inside them.
Yeah. This MNC is for the some of the lights I used. I think it's the floodlight, and there was some other model, but I just paste that there. So yeah.
Wonderful.
So there's the top secret change. So that looks a little bit better. So I gotta make this button go in. I want to change the component because in our door script go to physics, door scripts. I have local movement. They should just say global and be flipped. So
Okay.
one.
Yeah, I'm gonna add a component actually that like it's gonna be like it'll be called like status color, and if the thing is activated or enabled or whatever, if it's activated, I
change
guess
it.
it'll change it to green.
Well, you can make the colors. You can make the colors. You could do like activate color, deactivate color, and you just have the user set the color, and then
Yeah.
we can. And then I can edit this button right here so it's white, so we can change any color.
Yeah.
we
Well,
want.
green and red will be the defaults. In the future, that's a really good use case for like having arguments in the
Yeah,
flow graph, and an even better use case would be to just be able to issue commands like set emission, like be able to put like a little node in there that said the command set emission color, and then be able to fill in the parameters for that. That would be really cool. At that point, you basically have a visual script language that's on like a per scene basis, which would be very nice in the future.
yeah, and then we could just add it to this button, so it moving and it being interactable
Yeah.
when, yeah. So that's
The color change we definitely need. The button, it doesn't necessarily have to move or anything, but we just need like the button and the door should have like a color change to signify that.
Oh, we need a light here.
Yeah.
I made the door red. I just did the diffuse color, but we could probably reuse those lights, those floodlights, and then just.
I was thinking it would be nice to have like a little control panel next to the door with like I'm picturing something with like maybe with like a number or like a card slot and maybe a number pad and then like a light above it that's where the color is, but I don't know if that'll be visible enough or not.
And then this would be like the override button.
That'll turn, yeah, basically. But we'll just try it and see.
We'll look for something, but
Yeah.
But we need the pipes and wires and stuff here, but otherwise this room's kind of good. Yeah, you can see I got a flip thing.
I think that sign breaks the. I mean.
Yeah, we could just, what? Let's save work and just delete it and not use it.
Well, I mean, you can use it in the other room, but it's just like this sort of looks like a.
Right.
I don't know if it's American or Russian, but it looks like a 1950s underground
like
nuclear bunker.
40s.
And then when you see that sign, it turns it into a 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
It like instantly looks like somebody spilled something on aisle 7 at Kmart.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I wanted to do like a calendar. I looked at the clock models you showed me, and I couldn't get them to work. So I just.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. Fine.
In decoration here. Before we continue, I just want to this model was just one model, but I actually went in and the artist was actually nice enough that each straw was like its own object, so I was able to pull and delete. So you have all these variant file cabinets that you can use. So,
who's the artist? Do you know?
Let's find out. It's the filing cabinet. Filing cabinet by Emil Goko.
Thank you, Emil Goko.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. You have performed a valuable duty for us all.
Yeah. You got coffee mugs. I made that.
Oh, nice.
And they're white, so you can change the main color you want.
Cool.
So, maybe later I want to do a different version of this television, so you can actually do a texture render.
Yeah, that would be a cool feature.
Texture, so you can, but right now it's just one model. We have an issue with lights. They can't be parented to anything right now, but we found that, so just be aware.
Yep.
Oh, that MIT also covers the security camera and the speaker, but I painted this model. I just went into.
Where did the model come from?
It came from Robert. This guy, I don't know his name.
But this wasn't from Sketchfab?
No, it was, but it linked to a
GitHub
repo,
okay.
And I just downloaded the GitHub repo because that's MIT.
Okay.
And it came with the blend files and everything, and I can just take it and do whatever I want with it. So.
Cool. Cool.
So that's that area, and this is the area that took more work than necessary. I redid this arch. I actually made the room a little bit larger.
What do you mean you redid it?
Well, I redid the arch,
Like you
and I
remodeled it?
rebrushed this, so
Oh, okay,
it
okay.
actually follows this arch
Yeah, yeah.
perfectly. And the vertex, and just a heads up, if you use the vertex tool, the editor can crash.
Okay, I'll see about it this week.
We need defense models. We gotta do. This is
Well,
nice
Andy will
spotlight.
do that. Andy will finish that, and then I'd like to make like one with the corner bent up, so you have to crawl through it. We need collisions on a lot of stuff. We need like collision models created for a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, especially here. I keep falling out of the train.
Yeah, me too. And we need to make sure that the player and the monster can fit. Like once the collision is applied on the train, we need to be and that step here is lowered. We need to make sure that the monster can fit through there.
I'm just gonna delete this and see. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that'll be right enough. It's just gonna be annoying to lift everything up, but I use a combination of.
No, you can just do a step. You can do a step down to that. That's pretty typical. Like the platform out here in the big room, it should be raised up like it is. This is good. But then we need like a step going down to when you're inside the tunnel.
Like just duplicate this brush and
Just get rid of that and then just add like one or two steps. Yeah, get rid of that.
okay.
And then just add like one or two steps on the end. And that'll be good.
Like
I had it like in some earlier version.
so you want like a staircase, or you just want like a little like step thing?
No, like going from the raised area and then just like a step down to the lowered area, not onto the tracks.
Oh,
Like on the other side.
Oh,
I can add it in the editor in a couple of minutes after this. Yeah, don't even worry about it because I have to test it anyways with the nav mesh.
all right. I'm gonna duplicate this real quick. All right, you do that, but you got this area, and I actually could not find the ceiling piece. That's why I used.
It's in structural /
Yeah, I found
ceiling
it
tile.
after, but I actually liked it because it demonstrates its tesselation and.
Yeah, I kind of like it too.
This needs to be pushed down. And I'm just gonna pull this down.
Can we see the last area? I don't think anybody's seen it yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna make this dark first. So you come through here. See, that looks really, really cool. So this is the break room. It's really, really dark, but I think this demonstrates how you can lighten a room with just an emission texture, which I really like. And also, this is the only opportunity I can find to use a box light.
I might actually replace those point lights in the tunnels with box lights, because the only reason I put them in there was so that the ceiling wires would have a shadow on them.
Right.
I might try just making a box light pointed up, and that way, if a monster runs through the tunnel, it's not going to require a huge amount of redraws.
And the shadows might look weird, but I did a box light here, so when you're standing in front of the vending machine here, you actually will get the light on the gun and everything.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so this is the break room. And I put it this generator. It's Andy's barrel. We use the lights. Have this refrigerator. I got some lockers here. I made these benches here.
Oh, they look good.
Chairs, and you got this table here. So
very nice. It looks very lived in. I like the sign, the safety sign on the wall. That's a nice touch.
So that I'm like, yeah, that looks. it's in the dark, so you won't be able to see it. And here's the
Yeah.
and the pump magazine can be here. So
OSHA is very important.
oh yeah,
Even in the virtual world, we want to emphasize safety.
yeah. Oh, that's where they would put it. They'll put it in break rooms. So
Yeah.
you can see it.
where
I also
nobody will read it.
Yeah, I also made these light fixtures that people can use. So lights. Where is it? It's models. So I made these lights that not really. So you have like this style light, and it's just a light bulb, and then you have this light here, which is what this is using. But I just made the emission color light black, so it's off. But you can use it if you're having like if you actually need it to light up a room. I just
Nice.
Yeah, and then it ends here. And these are just doors I quickly painted in armor paint.
And what's on the other side of that door?
Nothing. Well, your imagination.
Your imagination. Okay.
But yeah, so you got to speak up there. So it's just you got this door here. It's set to player collision.
I think that
So
should
once
not
you-
have any collision because I keep tripping over it. It
I think it had. No, I made a player collision this way. Like if you drop the box on it, it will react to physics, but like the characters won't.
no.
collide
If
with
it's
it.
player collision, players will collide with it.
Yeah,
You would want debris,
We'll just do
if
that.
anything. But yeah, I keep like hitting it, and then like I catch the side of it, and so I start moving sideways. The rails out here are really nice. Can you
Yeah.
turn the lighting back on and then show us? Yeah. Can we get like a single viewport up close
Yeah,
shot
sorry.
of the railing? Well, both of these areas too, but I just want to show the railing. The bevels on the edges here look really, really good.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit too short, but
I increased the height, so I think the height is actually good, and you can jump over it if you're taking a running leap.
all right, then I won't touch it then.
And what's something interesting that I learned here is, so he made the original version, and then I added this little side piece. And in order to get that bevel right, I had to drag if you go to the top of the thing, go up, and then look down at it, and just deselect everything, please. You can just hit space.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
To get this right, what I did is I had to drag these vertices to make a 45-degree angle. And then when I did that, and then I removed the interior edges, and then we have the nice bevel along the sides, but the seam is flush. So that was kind of cool how everything worked out. Yeah, that's really nice.
It's
It
just
looks so much better with that versus without it.
Yeah. Another way we can get out of we can not use models. And also for like railings, it's like things like railings it's kind of like hard because it's like, oh, I have like something that's 20 units wide.
Yeah, a lot of times you need those to be like custom fit.
Yeah, or you just squish them in and just hope no one notices.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that a lot though.
Yeah. And then we have this crash train here, and this just blocks this just blocks the area. Some boxes, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, it's pretty straightforward, but we got it just needs to be beveled and painted pretty much, but I don't know if we're gonna get to that because I don't know.
Oh, this
Maybe.
concrete texture we're using on the ground, it's 512. It's 1024 by 512.
Oh really?
Yeah, you can see a lot of repetition in it.
Alright, then we probably need to paint it then. I don't know what to paint it with, but
Well, is this from Ambient CG or
I believe so. Or
We can
it's from
prob-
the other side.
we might be
I don't
we
know.
can either get like a higher res version of it, use the higher res version of it, so it's 2048 by 1024, because it does look good. It's just like it's repeating too quickly. There's too much repeating noise. It's actually, I mean, just because the lighting masks it a lot, but I am noticing it quite a lot, like in lighter areas, especially like in the tunnel.
Yeah. Yeah, I see it. 1, 2, 3, 4 right here. I don't know. Maybe we'll find a. I have to find a wood texture for this.
You've got a lot to choose from.
Yeah. I'll probably do that today too. Before I send this back up. Man. You gotta paint this. We actually have this painted. We just.
Oh no, we don't have to paint that half section. That's my bad. I need to just go back in and get the painted version and cut that and slice that in half rather than repaint. Rather than redo something we already did.
Yeah. But no, we also have a painted version of this that Andy painted.
Yeah, that looks really nice.
Yeah, it just needs to be fixed because he makes a new model of it and then it just doesn't line up. So we gotta make it line up perfectly, and then we can do a file replace, and all of our arches will have textures on them.
Yep, I already did that actually. I didn't upload my changes.
Mm-hmm.
But if you do the collapse and then reset transform, then it all works out.
Yeah. Are you gonna fix the bug where this is set to render layer 0, but it still shows up in game? Or maybe because I put the wrong thing in it. Wait. I thought I changed it to render layer
I think
0.
they work fine if you set the render layers correctly.
I thought I changed the render layers to 0. Unless it's not saving.
Maybe it's not saving it.
Right. Let's save it. Let's see. Let's see if it actually saves. Oh, just a warning. Hold on. I'm not gonna stream it. My editor curses at me when there's an error. And it's gonna curse at me because it doesn't have the stupid thing.
Okay.
There we go. Yeah, so let's see. Does the render layer still work? Can I select things? Nope, that's why render layer doesn't
okay.
save.
Alright, cool. I'll get on that.
Alright, so I just need to... I'm gonna find wood materials, paint this. I'm going to... You said you were going to take care of the step height because you want to deal with the navigation. You can smooth out the navigation mesh.
Yeah.
And all right, and I really don't have much else to do besides.
You can model if you want to. You can model collision shapes for some of these models, like the train.
I'll try. I mean, my only issue is that. Can I export? Can I save this like as a?
I guess like for a lot of this stuff, I guess we can just do a box in the editor and then just do a box shape for it. And the pivots for the trains are pretty bad.
Yeah, that's kind of why I'm like, if it's like my models, I don't care, but like these models, you get like.
Well, somebody has to fix it. So if you want to, you can. I think I'm primarily going to be working on like the AI stuff, getting the monster worked out and whatever bugs need to be fixed this week.
Right.
But and then I'll get to that.
One thing I want to do, or you can do it, is just switch anything that says local movement. Just change to global and flip the boolean so it's consistent.
Okay.
I'll probably just leave code up to you.
All right, and I'll be around this weekend too, more on Discord because we might need to chat some more.
All right, but I'll try to figure out this. I think for like most of it we could just add a box, but yeah.
Yeah, that's probably best. All right,
I think,
so
yeah.
thank you all for coming this week. And be sure to tune in next week. We'll be able to show off quite a bit more of the final product, and we'll be ready for 098. Thank you for joining the meeting this week.